Hey, Promise Life team, let's talk about the November 2018 promotions. We're gonna start with Nutmeg, okay? You're gonna see right here in my hands, remember this information is good for all time, not just November of 2018, but you're gonna see in my hands that there's a Nutmeg Vitality and a regular labeled Nutmeg. Now, Young Living in its brilliance has decided to come out with a line of white labels, which means that you and I from across the room know whether an oil is ingestible or not. It takes all the guesswork out of it. So anything in a white label means it is for ingestion. It is for internal use. You can take it like a dietary supplement. That's really great. Okay, so a lot of their oils are herbs and spices that you would use in baking anyways, like nutmeg, right? Who does not love to dress up their holiday baked goods, their squash dishes, you know, dress any Thanksgiving meal up with a little bit of nutmeg, okay? But nutmeg does so much more than that we're going to get into. And then of course you have your topical aromatic application, which would be your diffuser, which would be topical application. So I'm going to talk about both of those. What you're going to get in November 2018 is a Vitality line, but I just want to cover nutmeg in general and make sure that we address all the different amazing uses for this little miscalculated oil, right? People don't realize what nutmeg actually has. So of course you've seen a nutmeg, they'll actually take the seed and they will shave it all down. That's where you get the dried powder from. It's called the mace. The mace in there is what gives it its spice. Now, what you probably don't know is that nutmeg has been used ceremonially and medicinally for thousands of years. It contains antioxidants, vitamin C. Let me read this list to you, okay? Potassium, calcium, iron, manganese. It has a lot of really good stuff, just the nutmeg itself, okay? So understand that it's a really great, powerful little oil, but it's also known to really help increase cognitive function, right? But it also really helps you sleep. How does that work? People always want to know. If it's going to turn your brain on and help you think, how is it also at the same time going to help you relax? The explanation for this is simply that when you lie down to sleep, for example, you all know how your mind just starts racing and reeling and just running away with you in all these different directions. Okay, nutmeg, along with other essential oils, work very similarly, like lavender. They help your mind to focus. They stop the runaway train, they stop the crazy, and they kind of bring everything into like a linear focus, and then they allow the mind to just be in one place. And when your mind is in one place and it's no longer racing, that is where relaxation can come from. So nutmeg, topically applied or in a diffuser, is a really, really great bedtime oil. So you have a lot of oils in your arsenal to help you get a good night's sleep. Remember, just always keep changing it up, whether it's lavender and cedarwood or, you know, chamomile, whatever it is. Add nutmeg into that mix and help yourself get that deep sleep that you need by slowing your mind down. At the same time, if you have a project that you want to work on and you want a little bit of cognitive stimulation, nutmeg is what you want because, again, it stops your mind from racing all over the place and helps you to singularly focus. So it's a really great one. But not just that, nutmeg is excellent for a healthy immune system. Really great for bad breath, surprisingly. Now, it's not going to taste like your pumpkin pie, right? Okay, nutmeg is just one ingredient that makes the pie taste so good. It doesn't have that sweet pumpkin pie flavor that you're probably thinking of, right? But a drop of nutmeg under the tongue, either one of these really would work. Let me let you in on a little tip. When you're talking about putting a drop under the tongue, right here, it's called a sublingual application. Technically, that is a topical application per the Food and Drug Administration. The Food and Drug Administration considers that anything you drop under the tongue that you're not actively trying to swallow is actually considered topical. So which label you choose is up to you, because we all know, of course, that anything that goes into your mouth has a likelihood of being swallowed, so use the Vitality. It's your pick. But we do know that anything that goes underneath the tongue goes almost immediately hits your bloodstream very, very quickly. So really great for immune support, really great for bad breath. In a pinch, carry your nutmeg around with you, drop a drop under your tongue, and within 10 to 20 seconds, you're going to feel a difference in the chemical makeup of your mouth, and it's going to feel fresher, okay? But of course, you can always apply a couple drops to the bottom of your feet at night because it's going to help your sleep, but it's going to want to help your respiratory system too. So a couple drops in a carrier oil, massage it over your chest. Of course, diffuse it during times of study or focus. We talked about that. Rub it over your liver and kidney. This is a really great oil for liver and kidney support. So you can rub it over. It's kind of right over here along your chest, actually, or along the back. You're going to find this in wonderful liver and kidney support oils like Endoflex. So you can apply it topically. You can also ingest it. So a lot of people actually suggest taking nutmeg, a drop of nutmeg in a teaspoon of honey. That would be the Vitality, or taking it in like a cup of warm milk or rice milk, almond milk, something like that. So it's kind of this thicker liquid that's going to bring the nutmeg down, but it's going to work its way through your liver and your kidneys and really help with that cleansing and filtration process. But of course, always you can deep inhale a drop from the palm of your hands. You can deep inhale straight out of the bottle. You just don't probably want it to touch your nose because it can be a little hot. Add it along the nerves for a lovely soothing aid along your nerves, but nutmeg is also really great for your joints. So give your joints the support that it needs. Add it in a carrier oil and give your elbows, your knees, your lower spine, your neck, wherever you need a little bit of support. Nutmeg is a really great one for that. Let's see, what else do I have on my list here? I think we covered a whole lot of them. Let's talk about Vitality. Obviously, it's really great for cooking, really great for baking. We talked about adding it to some milk. You can put a couple of drops into a veggie capsule to really help support your immune system and cognitive function. So remember, you don't just have to use the oil under the tongue. You don't just have to breathe it. You don't just have to topically apply it. You can actually ingest this as a dietary supplement, the Vitality line, and take it with a gel cap. Just add yourself some carrier oil, some olive oil, or some coconut oil or something like that. I always recommend, if you're going to be ingesting oils in that way, to take them with food, because oils are very potent. And if you have a sensitive stomach at all, you're gonna feel those oils going to work, and it might not always be comfortable. Just add a little bit of food to the mix so that everything kind of works together and it's not gonna hit your system and be overwhelming to you, okay? Libido, that's the last one that we haven't touched on. Nutmeg is a huge libido enhancement. I have a wonderful book on my shelf by Lucy Libido. You can go and Google that and look it up, and she tells you specifically how to use nutmeg. Very popular in that department. So nutmeg has a huge variety of uses. That's why this video is so long. So don't think that it's just for your pumpkin pie. It's for a whole lot more than that. Talk to you later.